I bought a treadmill, but make sure you don't do what I did. Well, hello YouTube. Thank you for tuning back in. My name is Andrew Howard, and yes, it has been a few weeks since my last update. I've been busy, so I've enrolled in a physical therapy program at Pro Sports in Westford. Those guys are awesome. I've been doing that twice a week. They're helping me with an Achilles tendon issue that I've been dealing with for probably a couple of years now, and they've been awesome. I've seen improvement even over a few weeks, so maybe I'll do a video on them later on, just on that whole process. I also bought a treadmill, and today I'm going to share with you some of the features of the treadmill that I chose. I did a time-lapse video of putting it together with my special helper, my son Grant, and so you'll be able to see what that entails. Overall, it took me probably about 2 hours to do. And there's one thing that I want to make sure, I'll come back in and I'll let you know, that you don't do, a mistake that I made. And it's something to consider. And there's a couple of factors to take into consideration. So I'll make sure to pop back in and let you know about that. So with that, why don't I introduce this next video. This is the unboxing, and then we'll take it from there. All right, thanks. Okay. So here we are. We're going to do an unboxing video. This is the F80 treadmill from Sole Fitness.
Sole Fitness.
And Grant is going to help me to put it together. Yeah. This thing is extremely heavy. I'll talk about that later on, but it was really challenging to get it inside the house. So, so I'll tell you a way to avoid that as well. But all right, well, let's get started. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Okay, so we've got the top off. Take a look. The packaging looks like it's pretty well done. Everything is boxed up, taped up, pretty secure during shipping. And here you can see the top of the treadmill. So, all right. So we'll get working on this, and we're gonna put it in the corner of the basement, right over there.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this first picture here, you can see the treadmill. It's down. It's you can see the amount of space that it takes up. Overall, it's a really sturdy treadmill. I've been impressed with it. The cost was $13.99 to purchase it directly from the manufacturer. It's a pretty good price, and it can hold up to 375 pounds. Which was good for me, just to have that extra room. And I don't know, I feel like it If it can handle 375, it can probably handle 300 pretty good. So overall, really good quality. I was impressed with it. There's one issue that I had putting it together that I'll touch base on in a minute. But here you can, just to give you an idea of what it looks like fully with the treadmill down and fully assembled. So this next picture, you can see it folded up. So this was extremely easy to do. You can do it with one hand. So they've done a hydraulics system, and with one hand you can lift it up. The rollers on the bottom make it extremely easy to move around, at least on a hardwood floor. And you can see a strap in the middle there, just to give it some added security. I have 3 little kids, so it was important to me that this thing is safe when it's put away. And it is. I feel 100% confident that that's not going anywhere, and that is safe. It's really sturdy. And as you can see, it takes up a lot less space if you can put it in a corner like that. To put it down is so easy. There's one lever that you pull, and the tread will slowly come down with a hydraulic system, slowly come down and then rest for you. It's a really great system, so I was impressed with that. So next you can see the console itself with the display. So there's no bells and whistles on this one. This doesn't have a TV in it. This is just kind of bare bones. There's a couple of options you can do a preset for an incline. You can do a preset for speed to get up to a certain speed, or you can do a manual up and down one at a time on the handrails on either side of the treadmill. It's got a heart rate monitor, not only for your hands up front, but one that you can put around your chest, which is pretty cool. It'll give you a really accurate reading. And it's got a couple of programs in there as well. You can do hills or some other programs there, so that's a nice feature. And the display is just it's an LCD. It's nothing to write home about, but then again, I didn't buy this for the bells and whistles. I bought it for the quality at the price. It's a good quality, and the price, $13.99 from the manufacturer, is pretty good. So overall, pretty happy with it, and I'm not sure I would say I recommend it just yet. I'll wait to use it and break it in a little bit, but I'll probably do a wrap-up video at some point. Thanks. Well, there you have it. It's a good treadmill. It's solid. It's at a good price, $13.99. And overall, it was pretty easy to assemble. There's one issue I had, and I'll touch base with that. I think Sole Fitness can probably do better in this area. There's one thing that I want to make sure that you know if you're going to buy a treadmill, either from Sole Fitness or somewhere else, something to keep in mind. So I bought it directly from Sole Fitness. They delivered it, and you can save $200 by doing a curbside drop-off. So I did that. I was hoping they'd be able to get up our driveway and drop it off at the top of our driveway, but it was icy, and the driver said he couldn't make it up. We were able to make it up fine, but they couldn't get up with the truck, so they dropped it off at the end of the driveway. This is 300 pounds, okay? So they drop it off on a pallet at the bottom of my driveway, and what I did was I had to rope it up, lasso it around, tie it to a trailer hitch, and drag it up the driveway. We got it out. My wife and I pushed it in inch by inch into the garage, up 3 steps. I had to use a crowbar to get the leverage to get it up and into the basement, the first floor. Now, luckily for us, we were not going up another flight of stairs. That's it. It was in, put it down. Once you open it up and the packaging is there, the rollers it's easy to move around. So that part is fine. But if you have a long driveway, if you don't have help to put this, to get it into your home and put it together, I suggest you spend the $200 to get it in. They'll put it into your home and they will completely assemble it. If you have another strong person to help you do it, you could probably get away with it. Overall, I don't know if it's worth the headache to put it together yourself and to, it was a little dangerous. 300 pounds, and we're lifting it up on its side and trying to get it into the door, and it wasn't exactly a safe situation. So that would be my suggestion. Just pay the $200. Also, to Sole Fitness, you have to come up with a better system for the piece of plastic casing that goes into the display to hold up the display, or it's really just cosmetic to hide the wires. There's a tube with a hole at the end of the tube. You have to push this casing up and then screw it into a tiny hole inside the display. So you can't see the holes. You don't know if they line up. You have to balance a screw on the screwdriver, go up inside into that hole, push it up, and then screw it into the smaller hole. It took me 45 minutes. You're supposed to do 4 of them. I got 2 in, and I gave up. Sole Fitness, you need to come up with a better system for that casing that goes up the leg and covers up the bottom part of the display. A clicking system, something that clicks into place. Other than that, it was pretty easy to do. I suggest you have a helper. Luckily, my son Grant was able to do his little Superman pose, and he was able to hold up the display for me. So while I screwed it in. So if you have help, not only to get it in, but to help assemble, it makes it so much easier. But with that, I am not ready to recommend it just yet. I want to break it in. March 6th, coming up right around the corner. That's the day I'm going to start my diet. I'm going to start training for the April 5K in Groton, Massachusetts. And I will be checking in and let you know the diet that I've chosen to do for the next year, over a year and a month or so. And so I look forward to sharing that with you. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And make sure to look out for more updates coming on down the road. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.